Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday night, August 13th, 2025. We have 3 breaks on tap tonight and maybe something else. So, give me just a moment. I am finishing up the basketball random right now. I'm missing some spots. I'm trying to figure out where the heck they all went. So just give me just a hot second. Hope everyone's having a good night and a good week so far. Just trying to clean this up so we can get the basketball one running as well. 76ers, Thunder, Celtics, T-Wolves, Pistons, Grizz, Warriors, Rockets, Round. I hate when you like hover over something and they're like, "You want the hot link?" I'm like, "No, I don't want the hyperlink. Just I want to hover over it for a second." It drives me crazy. These hyperlinks, they pop up all over the place and then they don't go away. You're like, come on. So we're going to do a flash break tonight. And if you see it in the scroll bar, you see which break we're doing it of. I have an option for another one. It's just a matter if you all want to go play my reindeer games kind of thing. All right, that's done. There. If you all are commenting, sorry, I'm trying to just check something. No one's commenting yet. I'm just talking to myself. I'm used to talking to myself. I also haven't tagged anyone yet. So, getting there. I was trying to be more on time tonight. So I was trying to put an emphasis on that. I was running around like the chicken with his head cut off. You guys knocked it out of the park this week for yesterday and today, getting these breaks filled. So I really, really, really appreciate that. That does so much to help me when we're not kind of tying up for minis and stuff like that. So I know like a lot of people like swear by minis because they rather kind of get the more bang for their buck and try to see if they can spread out in 2 or 3 teams. Minis are good. There's pros and cons to everything for sure. And I will never knock anybody for whichever method they choose. They all have their benefits. All right, so all of those have been run now. So all of the randoms have been run. All right. So let me tag everybody who is in the baseball break. What is going on here? All right, so I got to find my stream somewhere on here, or not. What's up, Kevin? What am I trying to do now? Oh, yeah. I had one of those moments my brain just decided to shut down for a second. I'm like, crapola. There it is. All right, so we're going to do baseball first. So let me get these tags in. We got Brian Tanner, Matt Delorso, Jonathan Barna. Had a couple familiar faces jump back in some of these breaks lately, so it's kind of cool seeing some folks come back. I said folks. So appreciate everybody who's new and everybody who is returning. Last night on Nick's live stream, we did a box battle, and needless to say, we both got absolutely destroyed on it. We did Bowman U hobby, and neither of us walked out on the good side of that. So we had to go to a tiebreaker, and that also didn't work well for us. We got tied on $10 cards. Oops. So that was kind of an oopsie. All right. So break order, we're going to go. So one, we're going to do Topps Chrome Jumbo. We're going to do Score Football. And we're going to do Mosaic Basketball. We have a flash break up for tonight. And flash break means it's open right now. We're going to do a flash break. You all liked it so much, I brought it back. It is super cheap. It is a 10-spot serial number break for NASCAR. It is $12 to get in. We will do left side of the slash. It'll be a serial number. We will do it after basketball. So all you need to do is pick a spot. So if you want to get in, all you have to do is comment in the comment section what spot you want. Then go ahead and send your payment in. I will confirm to you by writing on my little handy-dandy notebook that which spot you are in. And then we'll assign the serial numbers afterwards. I found the hobbies and the first off the lines really weren't that much different from each other, which is why I went and tried this again. So I picked this up. So if anybody wants to get into the flash break, we will do that. So we have that up for tonight. If anybody wants in, it is $12 per spot. You're not going to find many breaks for a hobby box cheaper than that. That will run at the end of Kevin's going to take spot 3. You got it, Kevin. I'm going to Richmond this weekend with Aiden, so we're pretty excited to go do that. We got infield passes, so I have to pull my camera back a little bit here. There we go. That's not great. Let's go like that. Yeah, kind of something like that. So my dad unfortunately cannot make it. My mother tore her meniscus, so she's not going to be able to walk very well, and so we need to let her heal for a little bit. So hence he's going to stay home in Vermont, and I'm going to go to the race with Aiden. All right, Kevin, since you're the first commenter tonight. What's up, Greg? I figured I made it cheap. All right, Kevin, since you're the first one in the comment, pick 1, 2, or 3. 1 is in my left hand here. This is number 1. This is number 3. Give me a number 1, 2, or 3, Kevin. Which one should we open tonight? 1, 2, or 3 for the Jumbo Topps Chrome. I'm letting Kevin pick since he's the first one to say hi to me tonight. What's up, Greg? Good to see you. Thank you for keeping me straight. Kevin says 2, right down the middle. All right, number 2 it is. A couple of updates tonight. Couple of updates for everybody tonight. They are in. Came in yesterday. A brand new, fresh Topps Finest boxes. So we will have those for breaks next week. We'll probably do maybe like a jumbo or a hobby chrome and a finest mixer kind of thing when they do a couple of those breaks. All right. So again, for everybody who's just joining in, we are doing a flash break of NASCAR tonight. It is the Donruss, as you see it in the column there. It is Donruss 2025 NASCAR. It is $12 a spot. It is a serial number break. We will do it after basketball. We have one entry so far. 1 in 7 for NASCAR. Andrew jumping in. Thank you, Andrew. What's up, Jonathan? Long time no see. Nice to see you back. 7. God, if anyone watched the Busch race last week, saw Connor Zilic. 6, Greg? Andrew just grabbed 7. You want to do 6? Or do you want to do a different number? Connor Zilic slipped at his door and then ended up basically foot falling into his car, and then he went shoulder first, just like shoulder and head first. Maybe he needed a concussion from that. But he did break his collarbone, which sucks. So he's probably out for at least 2 weeks. Kid's got talent for sure. Greg, do you want to go different number than 7 since Andrew grabbed 7? Maybe 6? Mark Martin? I'll let you let me know on that one, Greg. So we'll keep that open until it fills or until we get to basketball. That will guarantee break tonight. It's going to rip no matter what. So you don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to happen, whether you pay or not. It is going to rip. All right. We got the slightly smashy box here. Smashy box is always a good sign. Smashy boxes have the best cards on them. All right. I literally just had my knife. There it is. All right. So Mr. Brian Tanner and Mr. Matt Delorso are going to have the Dodgers in this one. Brian will have the left side. Matt will have the right side. I'll write Greg down in 6 here until he tells me otherwise. All right. We got. Leave that one hanging out over there. I'm sure we'll probably get a couple more people join in when we do football later on. But all right, there we go. We'll just take them out 2 by 2. I watched the end of the Disney Plus series Andor yesterday. And I guess that series is done now because it kind of plays off that now it's like going into the Rogue One movie. Empty box. I wondered how long they were going to be able to draw that out until they got into Rogue One. So, oh, okay, very good. I'll scratch you off the list. Can't do that to me. Yes, Brian, there is a NASCAR break. It is a $12 flash break. It's a serial number break. We only have 3 spots taken. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10 are available. $12 serial number break. If you want to get in. Did do it at Flash one tonight because you all knocked it out of the park and got all the breaks filled before the stream tonight. So gave me the opportunity to be able to do one tonight, not try to manage a mini. All right, so Brian Tanner, this is your side of the box for the Dodgers. Good luck to you. Good luck to everybody on their teams. Here we go. Kicking it off with a Dustin Harris, Jazz Chisholm, Stephen Quam, Gleyber Torres, Luis Robert Jr. We got a blue Ray Wave. It is an auto. It is a rookie. It is Brian King, 31 of 156. In NASCAR, they go in circles. They pass each other. Sometimes they crash. Brian says 2 randoms. Brian, you're going to get 2 and 6 then. Brian King is going to be your first auto for the Astros. Let me update this. Brian Tanner is going to get 2 and 6. Yeah, Brian, sorry about not being able to attend your retirement ceremony, but it's probably like the worst possible timing for us with Aiden's surgery. But we'll definitely find a way to make up for it sometime. Corbin Carroll, Kevin Alcantara, rookie, Luis Robert, refractor, Nacho Cheese, and Salvador Perez. Lots of lefts, exactly. Hey, the last couple of weeks they've been doing some rights. And sometimes they do circles. Both directions. All right, second pack coming out. We need a case hit type card here. Ty Madden, Brandon Nemo, Kumar Rocker, Nathan Lowe, Wilson Contreras, Orange Lava for the Cardinals. As a Michael Hellman, 12 of 25. Nice. For the Cardinals. That was a late pickup, too. Cardinals going to Tony Newell. No, that wasn't a late pickup. Or maybe it was. Well, that's cool. That'll work. I'll be home. I've got 2 weeks off from work. The week Aiden's in the hospital and the week thereafter. And then I told him I'm going to be kind of sketchy. From the chapel. Oh, is he even going to be back by then? Keep getting weird vibes about when he's coming back. Paul Skeens, Fortune 15, Ty France, Steve Kwan, Connor Norby, and Jordan Alvarez. His wife's my accountant right now. All right. Next out. Not bad start so far. Oh, it's a throwback. Okay. We need to hit a superfractor. Our superfractor bounty's up to $600. Somebody's got to hit this thing soon. Xander Bogaerts, Ha-Seong Kim, Matt McLean, Chris Bassett, Tariq Skubal, Hunter Renfroe, Julio Rodriguez on the throwback, Prism, Trevor Story, Gleyber Torres, refractor, Jacob Wilson, nice for the A's, and Otto Lopez. Oh, gotcha. Is that confirmed? He's going to be back then? You know how Daniel is. Nothing's ever definite with him. Actually, I should refer you that. Unless it involves the Reds or the Bengals, especially the Bengals. Nothing's ever definite with him. Josh Bell, Cameron Mintzner, Harrison Bader, Kyle Schwarber, Brian Reynolds, Parker Dunshee for the Braves. It's going to go to Andrew on the rookie auto with a Jackson Holiday behind. Chrome, I tell you, across the board, I've heard a lot of people saying Chrome's been stingy. But, I mean, it's the flagship set. It's a tough set to hit stuff in. Jackson Holiday, future stars. I mean, they look good this year. Focus. Jackson Holiday, Ronald Acuna Jr., Tariq Skubal on the refractor, Brady Basso, and Jose Ramirez. Need to get to a Roki or an Ohtani. That's what you really need here. Miguel Vargas, Nick York, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Razarina, Jose Siri, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Freddie Freeman on the all-etch, Stuart Baroa on the Prism, Hunter Renfroe, Ryan Bliss, and Michael King. All right, last pack for the Dodgers for Brian. I'm not gonna mince it to say this has been some of these breaks have been pretty rough, but I mean, unless we're doing like National Treasures, but then again, the National Treasures price makes those rough too. So, Cade Povich, Zach Neto, Grant Holmes, Jeremy Pena, Seth Lugo, Christian Yelich, Mookie Betts for the Dodgers, another one for Brian. Ooh, nice one for Andrew. There's a potential $40 buyback. However, Cal Raleigh, my understanding, generally, I guess the statisticians have said that Raleigh has passed Judge for MVP currently. So, Judges, I was looking at Judge's stats, and they're definitely not stellar anymore in terms of like his batting average is a bit on the low side, but the Yankees are also just struggle busing bad. Chris Bassett Daniel Sheeman, Manny Machado. I can't say that I felt like I had this great. If the Yankees still had Soto this year, I would have felt like we had a good shot at winning the World Series. I wasn't in love with the team we walked. I think on paper they look good, but the Yankees have a really bad case of when they pick up new players, they don't pick up a lot of young talent. They pick up talent that has on paper looks great, but that paper was great like 10 years ago. And now they've kind of passed their prime or on the backside of their prime where they still get the money, but they don't have the talent to back it, especially for the duration of time. Like Paul Goldschmidt sounded great to have with the Yankees, but has not turned out that way very much. Started off well, but fizzled hard. So how many we got taken? 5 in the. Got 5 spots taken so far in our NASCAR Donruss so far. I think at this point, Topps has no choice. I think it's also true for Pete Crow Armstrong as well, because I don't think Ohtani is an absolute lock as well. I think he's more of a lock right now than Judge is, but I don't think he's a shoo-in yet. Judge's injury didn't help him either, but they have said and already publicly said that if the MVP comes out of, if it's Cal Raleigh, then the MVP buyback will be eligible from I can't think of the name. It'll be eligible from Update Series. Update Series was already insanely expensive. Now it's just going to make it worse. Bryce Terang, Kevin Alcantara rookie, Brandon Lowe, Tyler Stevenson, Emmanuel Kloss. Ooh. Red mini diamonds? This to 5? Jackson Merrill all etch. This is an auto? It's for the A's too. Ooh. Okay, this could be spicy. Where's the rookie emblem on these cards? Upper right. All right, let's see if it's a rookie emblem. Is there a rookie on this one? I don't know if this is to 5 or not, but normally reds are to 5. I don't see a rookie emblem. Could be lower left. Oh. Oh, this could be big. Trying to see the numbering on it. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Wow. Kevin, you picked a monster card box. Holy cow. That is a 3 of 5. Jacob Wilson, rookie variation. Holy cow. That's insane.
What'd you get?
One of the number 1 rookie chases, 3 of 5.
Oh, I should have pulled it. Just kidding.
Wow. That's a freaking monster.
You can't see who it is.
Jacob Wilson.
Oh.
Sean Stickle. Wow.
Is he in there?
He's tagged.
The kid's good tonight?
That is, yeah. That is massive.
No select tonight?
No. Score. Ooh. Hold on. That card warrants something. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. I didn't even have it queued up tonight because I wasn't I don't know where my expectation was, but wait for it. Wait for it. And oh yeah. That card brings the fire. Rookie variation, 3 of 5, Jacob Wilson. Good Lord. That's freaking huge. That is insane. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 505 right now. That's awesome, though. Good Lord, that's a card. That's a fire card right there. If that was auto, that thing would have been through the roof. 505 JR. Whew. 3 of 5 Jacob Wilson rookie variation card there. Woof. 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 All right. Yeah, that one was definitely warranted. All right, keeping it going. Jackson Merrill, Kobe Mayo, Wilson Contreras, Dylan Dingler, and JT Remuto. Woof. I knew if it said rookie, we had a really good shot because I don't know many of the other A's rookies out there. All right. We got DJ Hers, Anthony Santander, Jose Altuve, Garrett Crockett, Mike Trout, and Daniel Sheeman is going to be for the Guardians, the other auto. It's amazing because at the beginning of this year, the A's were aware, like you were aware, like the A's were a team that you may want in a break, but they have definitely kind of jumped out as more of a forefront leader than the Nationals. Although James Wood still, I think, commands a lot of value. I think there's a bit of an aspect of Wood for the Nationals because of the location and presence of the team kind of garners a little bit more attention than say Jacob Wilson does. But I mean, it's close right now. Jackson Merrill, Brandon Lockridge, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the refractor, Gerardo Arade, and Lindor. I need to fix this camera. It is pointed way too up too high. There we go. Just realized how high up it was pointed. All right. Probably Sean's not on the stream tonight. Make sure I did tag him. No, I did tag him. Oh. Well, he'll be happy later. Johensky Noel, Lars Nootbaar, Drew Thorpe, Zach Gallen, Kyle Tucker, Mike Talkman, Dylan Cruz, power players. Nice. Something behind that. Just want to let go. What in the world? Eesh. Michael McGreevy didn't want to let go of Dylan Cruz on the Prism. Nathan Lowe, Griffin Connie, and Spencer Steer. All right, we got 3 packs left. Still got that Superfractor. No other Topps products tonight coming out afterwards, so we'll have if we don't hit a Superfractor in one of these next 3 packs, we'll be up to going up over 600 starting Friday. Richard Fitz, Julio Rodriguez, Valentino Bellozo. There's an Ohtani for Matt. Reese Hoskins, Green Lava for the O's. It's going to be Adley Rutschman, 82 of 99. Adley Rutschman on the Green Lava. Very nice. Green Lava, Adley Rutschman for the O's. Going to Kelsey. Finishing that one off, we got Jacob deGrom, Dylan Cruz again, Randy Arozarena, and Michael Hellman and Zach Wheeler. All right, 2 packs left. Let me get this Ohtani squared up. All right. right, we got come on. There you go. Josh Hader, Spencer Schwallenbach, Spencer Horowitz, Shane Bieber, Ryan McMahon, Masataka Yoshida, James Wood on the throwback. Nice. For the Nats, Tanner Beebe, Jose Siri on the refractor, Trey Sweeney, and Alec Baum. I'm shocked. My phone didn't go off when I said that name. All right, one pack left in Topps Chrome. One chance left at a superfractor. We might have hit a shadow etch. We might have a shadow etch here. So Jake Bloss. Actually, I'm definitely sure it's a shadow etch. Corbin Burns, CJ Abrams, Sandy Alcantara, Freddie Peralta. Let's move that one to the back. Francisco Lindor, Greg Jones, Brian Reynolds, Gustavo Campero, Andrew Vaughn. Back to Freddie Peralta. Your shadow etch. Nice box tonight. Going to the Mets. Brian Tanner. That is a Francisco Lindor on the shadow etch. It's not a numbered one, but that is a Francisco Lindor shadow etch. Nice, Brian. Hey, you may not have got an Ohtani, but you did get a shadow etch. That's pretty sweet. The autos were a bit underwhelming, but that Jacob Wilson definitely made up for it in that box. And then the shadow etch is just kind of that bonus too. So not too shabby. I always like to see a little more love spread around, but it's hard when it's a single box for sure. We'll have finest next week, so we'll do some more, have things that have some more numbers in them and more autos in them for sure. I've seen kind of the both sides of finest where you get like kind of like the good and the bad kind of coming out of it. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Just triple checking, make sure I didn't miss any other Dodgers here for Matt. Might have only just got the one Ohtani. I'm actually slightly surprised that that the Jacob Wilson is only at, I mean, I guess it's 505 with 2 days left. So I think I agree. I think it is going to go for 4 figures at least, but I would have thought it would have been up a little bit higher by now. All right, here's your recap for the Topps Chrome. James Wood on the National Throwback. Ohtani for the buyback on a Matt. Aaron Judge for Andrews on buyback on the Prism. Jacob Wilson on the base rookie. We got Adley Rushman to 99. Daniel Schneemann on card auto. Parker Dunshee on card auto. Michael Hellman 12 of 25 for the Cardinals. That was pretty nice. Brian King 31 of 150. Francisco Lindor on the shadow etch. And no question about who the fire was here tonight. That is a Jacob Wilson. Photo variation, 3 of 5. Celebratory. He's celebrating, and so Sean Stickle. 3 of 5, Jacob Wilson. I think we're going to let Godzilla keep protecting that. Keep a watch on that one tonight. That'll be our fire spot for the night and our top hit of the night for sure, as it sits right now. Yeah, he's clearly still bouncing around, so you're not messing anything up. He's loud. He's sad because I haven't put him right. What are you doing? All right. We're going to move on to Score Football now. So one of the other updates of products I picked up that arrived today, I picked up Mosaic Fast Break. It was a much better price than the Hobby. You still get a lot of the same chances. You don't get as many of the case hit chance type stuff, but I just thought it was a better product to try to bring. You get introductions, rookie variations, montage. But I thought this was a better shot at something that was more on the hobby side for NBA. So we'll have that for next week as well. All right. On to football. All right, let me flip-flop the list over. Brought score back. Probably this will be the last score box we do, unless we get really stale on football. My door's going to shut because as soon as the air conditioning comes on, it's going to shut. So for 2024, I have to go back and look. They were kind of high on some of the prices and some of the ones I saw. 2025 Mosaic hasn't come out yet. They haven't even have a preview out on their website yet for it. Little worries me that Donruss is already going to come out and Mosaic Football hasn't even shown a picture. Because normally Mosaic Football came out before Donruss. It's always kind of been like the leader for the first Chromium product. I mean, as soon as we get Mosaic Football, we'll be running Mosaic Football for quite a while because that is one of my favorite products too, RIP, by far. I am a huge Mosaic Football fan. All right, let me get the football list. So I'll look at 2024 Mosaic Football. I'm going to have to probably search around on some of that. My trouble with Mosaic is I feel like hobby doesn't live up to the hype unless you're doing choice, but you're going to pay choice prices, and choice prices are really high. The hobby boxes themselves just feel like they fall a little bit flat a lot of times in terms of how much you pay and what you get on the backside of them, especially with the lack of premium autograph choices that they normally come with. All right, there is your list right there. What's up, Paul? Paul, I got your address, so I will get your box out tomorrow. All right, just checking something real quick. Mm-hmm. Oh, basketball is one of those products that has a lot of value in it, and it's been very underappreciated this year. So I am been more kind of it's got so much value in it. The international market on it is huge, but it just never gets the love that it should. I feel like. Wow, getting such late notifications on some messages coming through. It's really wonderful with Facebook. Yeesh. Like, seriously, super late notifications. Good Lord. All right. Back to the comments. What I was trying to do. Oh, yeah. You mean this one? Thank you, Brian. You mean that picture? And people will argue, they say when it goes unlicensed, there's the unlicensed photo. There's the licensed photo. Unlicensed, licensed, unlicensed, licensed. It's not any different. It's really, really, really tight, quite small. All right, let me get the tags in for this. That's what I was trying to do. I lost track of what I was trying to do. All right, football's up. Thomas, if she really has the itch, she should get in our flash break tonight. Just saying. And bread. Jaw. I got through a couple people's shipments yesterday, and more are on the way and being worked. So I had about 10 or 11 shipments I needed to get out, so I am working that list currently. If you did not get a shipping notice yet, all you have to do is just check the ship list that's posted in the features tab, and you can see if you are due for a shipment. If your number of breaks till ship is red, you know you are now on the list to get a shipment, and it'll be likely be out this week. I have Becky already in there. Yes. And I will go over real quick the flash break we currently have up for tonight. Okay, I think I got everybody. This is supposed to be 2. Yep. All right. So 2 spots got random for the Raiders and NIL. I remember. It was very nice. All right. So real quick. Oh, I haven't begun yet to kill you yet. I'm just beginning. All right. Flash break up for NASCAR Hobby tonight. It is only $12 a spot. You can see it right here in the. If you ever need updated information on anything that's going on tonight, check right here in the little scroll bar that's going by. As you can see, I am currently moving the scroll bar. Oh yeah, just slowly gotta move it along, move it along, move it along. It's very slow. But it is $12. It is a serial number break. We currently have 5 spots taken. We have 5 spots left. I will actually update that. Spots left. It is only $12 to get in. And it could be eligible. We do have a Panini 101 bounty now, and there is a $20 bounty out currently on that one. So if you want to get in on that, all you need to do is comment what spot you want. We have spots 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10 available. I can't make it any bigger. You got to get a bigger, you got to put it on the big screen TV. Once you're on the big screen TV, everything's easier to read. Oh, he said give Ash a spot. What spot you want to give her? 4, 5, 8, 9, or 10. It's a cheap break tonight, for sure. Thomas and Ash will each take a spot. What numbers do you want? Do you want Kevin Harvick, Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Chase Elliott, or Ricky Rudd? Which one would you like? Chad's taking 4. Ash is taking 9. And this will run after NBA tonight. All right, Thomas, you got Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., or... All right, Ash, you pick one for Thomas. You got Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt Jr., or Ricky Rudd. Which one you want? What do you guys decide? I put that right there. All right. All right, you're getting last place. You're getting spot 10. Number 17. That's it. Back of the field. All right, so we've got 2 spots left. That will run to right regardless. Oh, that was ironic. That worked out. You knew you were going to the back of the field at that point. I like it. All right, so there are 2 spots left in that one. So go ahead and make sure those payments are in. Like I said, it will run tonight no matter what. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. All right. So we got our tags in. Score Football brought it back. I picked up several boxes of Luminance as well, so we'll have more Luminance to bring back to the group. Our last Elite box right now is probably going to be Friday. I do have one at the shop, but if it doesn't sell, then I'll probably bring it back into the group for another break. I just think value-wise, this is one of the better values, especially earlier on, but with having 4 autographs in it, it's not too bad. I like that those chances. I think Luminance was a really nice looking product. Of the 3, I think Elite is probably my least favorite. I can tell you all now, for what I've already paid for on Donruss Hobby, which I completely disagree with, is coming out at $420 minimum a box. That's pretty gross in my mind. I know a lot has to do with the fact that the hobbies have numbered downtowns in them now. And that's a shame. All right, 5 and 5, left and right. TJ and Sean Lauert. Oh, at least you get the butter. Hell, my new diet is just bread, basically. All right. So TJ's got the left side. He's got the Raiders and NIL, and everyone else has their teams. Good luck to you all. Good start to the breaks tonight, for sure. Here we go. Andres Borgalis. Luther Burden III. Lutheran is the guy from Star Wars that I just watched that series. Trevon Henderson. Josh Connerly Jr. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Trey Harris. I know he's from that area. Backwards, Josh Hines Allen. Insert. Rondé Barber on the Canton Men of Canton. Oh, how about that? It may be a second year, but it is still a number. Jaden Daniels, 119 to 250. Jaden Daniels. Nice. Jaden Daniels kicking you off. That's going to Frankie. Very nice. All right. Rondé Barber again. This is probably all going to be bet based now, if I remember correctly. It's like rookies, inserts, and hits, and then bet base. Come on. Rondé does not want to focus tonight. There we go. Rondé Barber. Kobe Bryant. Just had to make sure I said that right. Grady Jarrett. Kadon Turpin. Mulata. Suggs. Mitchell. Rice. Krieg. O'Connell. Jones. And Elway. I know he's a big Kansas. He's a big Chiefs fan. I knew he was from that. He's like big with the St. Louis, like when they race at Gateway Speedway in St. Louis. He's always huge on promoting that. We've got JT Tumalua, Nick Scorton. Nice. Did you got a Chase Elliott booklet, didn't you? Elijah Badger. Will Johnson, Dylan Sampson. Ooh. For the Chiefs. Becky hitting the Rashee Rice. Nice. Now if he can just keep himself out of jail. Nice. Rashee Rice autograph. That's our first autograph of the night. Hot rookies. First one coming out for TJ. Ashton Genty. Very nice. Oh, was it Boyer one of them? I thought you got a Chase Elliott something from us from one of the breaks. There you go, Becky. A Chief for you. Ashton Genty, hot rookie. One of the Raiders. Apparently, he was of the major rookies. He didn't do the best. I guess he was the C grade. We got a emerged Bo Nix for the Broncos. No, I would definitely not grade that. Wow, the focus is terrible tonight. Emerged Bo Nix. Justin Herbert on the insert. Dalton Hilliard to 250, 34 250. So what was the other 101 you got, Brian? Yeah, I heard Boyer's not fake on, like he's not doesn't have like a fake TV personality. Like he is pretty much traditional to the way he is on TV, the way he is to real life. JJ McCarthy, Billy Sims, Jimmy Smith, Xavier Legette, James Cook, Lattimore. Oh, you're right. It was Murphy that hit the 101. Tyreek Hill, Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Daniel Hunter. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're right. It was Murphy who I was thinking about. What's going on, Kelsey? We got Benjamin Morris, Jackson Dart for the Giants. Nice. Irsay, Prather, Ty Felton, Luther Burden III for the Bears. We got a Cam Ward, nice on the score draft. Dak Prescott on the scoreboard parallel. Chuba, Ken Houston, Rico Dowdle, Justin Fields, Chadarius Ward, Godwin, Johnston, Esteem, Patty Mahomes, Thomas, Horn, and Boyd. I tell you, I'm going to be a lot more. I had a guy hand me about half a dozen cards that he asked me if he should grade, which almost been a dozen. And I tell you what, I think I accepted 2 of his cards for grading. And I basically used to be a little bit more liberal with surface and edges and corners. Like corners probably not as much, but used to be a little bit liberal with surface. Man, the way PSA is hammering people on their cards now, I looked over his cards he gave me and I'm like, unless they're absolutely pristine, I just wouldn't send anything to PSA at this point because the way they've been coming back with some stuff has just been uber frustrating. Cam Scattaboo for the Giants, Armand Membu, Caleb Johnson, Isaiah Bond. That's going to be an NIL card right there. Xavier Watts. We got an Emmitt Smith. Another Caleb Williams emerged. Trey Benson scorecard. Riley Moss. Donovan Wicks. Singletary. Singletary looked terrible. Allstott. Connor. Terry McLaurin, who's holding out, I think. Mark Gasto. Wandale Robinson. Kamali Vidal. Alex Anzalone. Laporta. And Roquan Smith. Be interesting to see the NFL season plays out. Nick and I were actually debating about trying to do some sort of fantasy football league for the group, and that it would somehow turn into like the winner would get like break credit or something. There's pros and cons to it. You're right. They were starting to be handed out like candy. They actually have noted that because the 10s have been a lot harder coming out, that it's actually been kicking up the 9 values a little bit. I think BGS starts to make a comeback with 9.5s again, especially when you get the subgrades. If I think I saw something correctly, I thought I saw a gold. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I did see a gold. There is a blue and there is a gold in here. Those could be interesting. Well, the blue actually is our normal 150s, I think, but that parallel looks different. So we'll see. Brady Cook, Walter Nolan, Travis Hunter for the Jags. Nice. Ja'Cory Brooks, Egbuka. All right, the gold. I think this is going to be the 50. Looks like it's an auto. It's a wide receiver that starts with T. Give me a T. Give me an R. Nope. That's not. I wanted to see Travis. Trattoria McMillan, Gold Zone for the Panthers, which actually is a pretty decent card for the Panthers. That one's going out to, I think that's Hayden. Hayden Carter. 2 of 50. Nice. And then the blue parallel behind it is a artist proof Bryce Young, Thomas's favorite player of all time. 26 of 35. Another one for the Panthers. Back-to-back jacks on the Panthers there. Pretty sure Thomas is a buyer for that Bryce Young. Nice one there. That's our second. That's our second one of this guy we pulled. I think the first one we pulled was out of it was out of our elite first off the line box. We have another numbered card in this too. Is that also to 50 or 10? Might have one number to 10 here. I highly recommend if anybody has any Bryce Youngs they don't want, that you just go ahead and gift them to Thomas Iams. We can share his address in the chat. Just send them all to Thomas. He is like the biggest fanboy of the Panthers you have ever met. Like, I think he has a shrine to Bryce Young. There's a Travis Hunter right there on the draft picks. And Jeffrey Simmons. It is. This is 4 of 10 for the Jaguars. Jimmy Smith for the Jags. 4 of 10. Wow, nice box so far. Jeffrey Simmons. 4 of 10. Jimmy Smith. Damn. That's not bad. For a score product, that's not bad. I feel like if you're a collector and you want numbered and autos of your player and they sign in Panini, score, this is your time of year to buy. And then if you want one of the big players and if they're signers in here, give it a few weeks. Wait for Donruss and those other things to come out, because these values will go down. But I think score I think it's more of like a collector's box. If you like collecting stuff and PCing stuff, score and Luminance I think are a good go. Chris Olave, Isaac Garendo. Oh, really? Trolling Tom. He's not even responding. It's how much of a fanboy he is. He doesn't want to even admit how much of a fanboy he is of the Panthers. Peyton Wilson, Caleb Williams, Geno Stone, Dervon Dexter, Tank Dell. Yeah, I was telling everybody how much of a fanboy you are of Bryce Young, because we had a Bryce Young to 35. Told everyone I was going to put your address in the chat so everybody could send you their Bryce Young cards. Aiden Hutchinson, Jonnu Smith, and Eddie Pinero. Hey, you have a little shrine in your house. Hey, still lots of chances for the Detroit Lions. So, all right. So TJ had the Raiders for that card. He's got the one Genty there. Let me make sure I didn't miss any Raiders for TJ. It's hard to research teams. One of the big things, the modern day Ryan Leaf, maybe. Researching teams is interesting because I think if you're trying to find better statistics, one of the things that I look at for teams when I have an ability to pick my team, obviously my scope has changed a lot now that I'm trying to do like card shows and stuff. So I kind of look for the teams that are in the area. But I like to look at the card counts per box, and I look for the teams that are kind of towards the top end of that. Because I feel like if you have a team that's more to the higher side of card counts, you have a better chance. There was one. There's the Aiden McConnell. You have a better chance of getting a hit out of them. You have money is risk reward in terms of there's a kind of thought in my head that says if you can afford if you can afford the better teams, you're giving yourself a better chance at having a better card. But if you're trying to get hits, it's kind of a balance, I feel like. This is TJ. But that's actually one of the things when I did the Leaf Pearl case was I was researching as the players were scrolling through. I was kind of researching them and looking for who had autos and who didn't. Geez, Kelsey, you found a. Don't listen to him. Bryce Young's gonna be comeback player of the year. Cheapest team is the way to go. Well, cheapest team is see like there's a method to the madness, I guess you could say. If you're trying to get one of those the spot with the random teams, a lot of people do that. They'll buy out all the cheap teams because you're giving yourself a better statistical average to potentially get randomed the team that's being random off. But take Sean Lowert here. We're doing his set now for the Raiders. He only bought one team. It's kind of to each their own. Will Campbell, Cameron Williams, Mason Taylor, Kyle Montagia, Jahid Barron, Trey Harris for the Chargers, MK Ugbaka for the Bucks, Micah Parsons, who's apparently injured. I didn't know that. Bateman, Wilson. Yeah, no kidding. Last spot mojo is a thing. Tony Pollard, Bo Nix, Vita V, Vincent Fergamo, Chop Robinson, Frankie Gore, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud, Joe Milton, and Tyler Lockett. Other thing that I always try to tell people to pay attention to is there's no guarantee that just because you get a case hit out of the case that it's going to everything else in the boxes thereafter is going to be garbage. But do pay attention to that if you know you're working out, somebody's working out of a case of box cards, and you know that the case hit hasn't been hit, definitely pay more attention to that because that's when that kind of stuff can ramp up, and then you've got potentially better statistical odds of getting a better hit. He played this past week. At least he's still playing. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have had that and they're not even playing anymore. So at least you got that part going for you. All right, we got Kenneth Grant, Quinn Ewers, Tori McMillan, Torrey Horton, Gunnar Helm, and Kobe Bryant for the Seahawks. That one's going to... Oh, I know he's on here, and why can't I find his name? Corey, there it is. Corey Hickok's got the Seahawks. Kobe Bryant. Here you go. Corey. I forget who he's running backup for right now. And we got a Travis Hunter hot rookies going to the Jags. We got a Caleb Johnson for the Steelers. Isaiah Likely, 12. Man, this box has been nice. 12 of 35. A lot of low numbered stuff we've been pulling out of this box. We haven't really yanked any like high number guys out of this, which is good. It's really good. So I said, score's got good value in it for sure. All right, I'm putting that in TJ's. I will say when it comes to selling cards, there is not as much as a much bigger struggle these days to hold cards, to think they're going to come up for value than it is to just take what you can get for when it's hot at the time. If you feel like somebody's maybe mid-pack running and they could be better later on or maybe next season, those are the kind of hold cards. But if it's not for your PC, I'd say just list them as fast as you can. Chris Long, Hunter Henry, Hendrickson, Kelsey, also known as actually Travis Swift. You want to close NASCAR? Okay, I will note you down. Jordan Brooks, Josh Hines Allen, Achan, two are left. Darnell Mooney, Dalton Hilliard, Ozzie Newsome, and AJ Brown. So, like, one of the things you'll find, obviously, what the point with the breaks that I do is I'm trying to do best value. And I don't like, if people want to do the high-end case break stuff, let me write you down right now so I don't forget it, Andrew. We'll do that stuff. If there's, like, we have the case break up right now for Topps Archive Signature Series. Yeah, but it wasn't a bad hold. The Zach Wilsons weren't a bad hold because there was a lot more upside to him if he turned out great than there was going to be is if he turned into the flop. You weren't really that deep invested in him. You weren't holding a $10,000 card at the time. Yeah, it sucked. I mean, at least it wasn't Mac Jones. Think of all the money that people lost when investing in Mac Jones. That was a loss for a lot of people. It's a tough game, That's kind of, ever since the Zion chase, me and Daniel talked about it. And we said, unless we want it personally, we're just selling it. The only reason I've been holding on to some cards right now is because I wait for card shows. And so, but once that card show is over, I dump everything. I dump everything on eBay, and then I reset and go up for the next time. Dylan Gabriel, Ollie Gordon, Trevor Etienne, Trey Amos, Tez Johnson, Dan Marino, Luther Burden III, But see, Chad, you're collecting Ellie because that's who you want. That's for your collection, though, too. So that's a fine hold. And then you're still getting value in what you're holding. Trey Harris. And that's what I'm saying. If it's for you, keep it. Quinnen Mitchell, Don Majorowski, Michael McFadden, Zach Ertz, Jared Verse, Malik Neighbors, Testaverde, Anderson, Zacchaeus, Nick Chubb, Buda Baker, and Tucker Kraft. Like, I have cards. All right, I'm going to move the camera so you all see this real quick. All right. You can see that top row up there. There are 3 cards up there that are my that I will probably sell eventually. But they're also cards that I don't mind holding on to. One is the Kaboom Tommy White. The other is the Michael Penix Jr. Uptown. And then the other is the Sebastian Walcott triple auto from Leaf there. If I'm going to sell a card, or I think I'm not going to hold it for the rest of my life, that's where the graded cards come in. And I take my chances there. but I don't mind holding those cards either. If I could care less about a player, every Jaden Daniels, unless I graded it in the off season, is going to get sold as fast as I get it back or I have it. Oh yeah, so that's funny. You actually mentioned Desmond Ritter, Brian, right? I traded for that Desmond Ritter right there. But I like the card. It's from Playbook. They don't even make Playbook anymore. That's the 6-patch booklet. I think it's the Kelsey, it's J Channel. Go to J Channel. You go to like Home Depot or Lowe's. I actually have some right here as an example. Oh god, I almost took my phone out. Sorry, we have 2 packs left in score. Sorry for the interim break here for a second. No joke. This is just J Channel. I went to my local hobby shop or hardware store. It's just J Channel. That's all it is. It's J Channel with double-sided sticky tape. And you can get them in different widths. So they, some will be tighter. And like this is more for like thick cards. So you can take a thicker card and slide it in here and hold it versus like the thinner cards. So, yeah. So if you look up J Channel, because it looks like a J, it goes on vinyl siding. It's like kind of like the end caps for vinyl siding a lot. So you put the double-sided sticky tape here, and then you just mount it up. And so then you just put them like top and bottom like this. And it looks nice. And you clean off the J Channel, and it's gorgeous. I love it because I feel like it allows me to display my cards so much better. Yeah, you can get them at Lowe's. You can get them at your local hardware store. Sometimes the local hardware stores are actually a little bit more convenient to find them. They have more versatility for that kind of stuff. And you can, and it's dirt cheap. I think that's all the J Channel cost me maybe $20 total. You get yourself like a 12-foot long stretch, and you just get like metal cutting shears or whatever, and just clip it off. That stuff, it works great. It's a nice way for me to display my collection where I can actually see it instead of leaving it in boxes. Because that's the thing about me. There's no point in me collecting stuff if I can't see it. It's like, why bother? An autographed baseball of the pair. Cal Ripken, Brett Favre. That's a weird. Oh, it's an Iron Man. Okay. Like, that's a weird combo. I didn't make that connection at first. Donovan Jackson, Josh Simmons, Jake Brenningstool, Abdul Carter. Nice. Kyle Williams. What in the. This has got to be a case hit. This is a motion card here. I think this is a case hit type card. Who is it going to be? They're in motion. They're running. They're running. Who's it going to be? Is that Caleb Williams? Oh, it's Malik Neighbors. That's sick. Showtime Malik Neighbors. That's cool. Oh, these cards are funny because they were just remind me of the older cards. Drake May on the back there. I thought that card was thicker than it was. I think these are actually considered case hit cards. These are like the old school. I have a Derek Jeter rookie card that looks like this. I should show you guys. That's cool. Is it 1 or 2 images? All right, it's 2 images. That's cool. What are the Giants? Jonathan Barna gets the Showtime Neighbors. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. We've had some nice cards tonight. We've had to hit some decent stuff tonight. I like nights like this. I always hate the nights when it's like every box you open is just an incredible disappointment, and you're just like, ugh. That's what I figured. I remember. I think we hit one of these last year too. And Yeah, I think we hit one last year. And we were like, what the? Here, I'll show you guys. I have a Derek Jeter rookie. It didn't grade very well. This is one of like the very first cards I ever graded. So let me take it out of the plastic because it's hard to see. It's it transitions between the bat and the baseball. It's hard to see, especially with the reflection. But it's like you can see like it's a baseball, it's a bat, it's a baseball, it's a bat. But yeah, it's a Derek Jeter rookie from Flix Sport or Sport Flix. Derek Jeter rookie. There you go. You kind of see it there. That's what these remind me of. It was one of the very first cards I ever graded. So, kind of cool. It's different. I should put that up on my stand because it is a different card. There we go. Just added one to my list, my pile. Nah, that's one of my first cards I ever had. I think it's like $5. I don't think it's worth much of anything, honestly. Unless you're asking about Brian Tanner's baseball, which Andrew is a very reliable buyer and is local to Nick up in New York. So, yeah, this is Score. Should put that in my pile. Okay. Drake May. What are you putting in my pile? What am I getting? Devin Hester. The Bears. Greg Rousseau. Roma Dunze. Ricky Pearsall. Braylon Allen. Jalen Waddle. Alvin Kamara. Demario Douglas. Jaden Tolbert. Jacoby Myers. Dak Prescott. Saquon Barkley. And Roshan Johnson. That's a card for me. I'm just messing with you. It's like I said, it's one of the first cards I ever graded. My Jeter rookies, I kind of want to hang on and give it to my kids at some point. It's probably one of those cards that it's one of those cards that'll basically never really probably appreciate much in value, maybe in like an eternity. But all right, last pack of Score. Jonathan Barno won got the Neighbors Showtime card, Kelsey. Andrew Makuba, Jalen Noel, Riley Leonard, Elijah Arroyo, Shavon Rebel Jr., Savion Williams for the Packers. Yeah, it was Jonathan Barna for the Neighbors. Savion Williams. Yeah, the Jeter, there's like one or two like exclusive Jeter rookie cards. Otherwise, the majority of them are actually fairly common because that was in that massive junk wax era. No, Barna does. I don't have the Giants. I don't have any teams tonight. Kamara for the Saints. Another Ashton Genty. That one's going to seven. Ashton Genty emerged. I mean, it's my childhood too. That's actually how I met Daniel, was because I was actually selling a bunch of my cards. I still have my Yankees cards. I should show this to you guys before I do basketball really quickly. I still have them. Ashton Genty emerged. I actually do have something you might be. I have a massive collection of Andrew. I have a massive collection of Mark Teixeira cards. Brock Bowers for the Raiders, also going to Sean. Terrell Suggs, Michael Vick, Micah Parsons, Zay Flowers, Humphrey, Harrison, Wilson, Andrews, Manning, Bowers, and McMillan. Should show you guys this. Let's see how old I am. Oh. All right. Let me put this in Sean Lauer. see if I can find this real quick. I think I know exactly where it is. Show you how I kept my Yankee cards back in the day. Actually, technically, that's still how I keep them. At least the old ones. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, it's right here. Right here? There it is. This is my Yankee collection from when I grew up. Did I take some out? Maybe. Well, apparently some fell out. I don't know if falling out's the right word, but not where I thought they would be. Oh God. Falling. Things are hitting me in the head. Alright. Oh, they were my special cards. That's why. I was like, what did I do? Alright, this is my collection from when I was a kid. Here's all the Mark McGuires because that was the thing at the time. I have a box of Frank Thomas's. Obviously, this was the McGuire Sosa era of when they were doing the home runs back and forth to each other. There's one of the original Elite Series cards. You know, and a lot of these are kind of built out of. This is, I think I got from somebody. Yeah, this I got from somebody. Yeah, Glazer Torres. This is definitely somebody gave me these. Gary Sanchez, Austin, Severin. Yeah, those are definitely ones people gave me. That's Inception. There's some of the McGuires I had. I remember I could smell the steroids from here. I know they feel heavier than they should. Yeah, I remember because it was like I was pulling McGuire's out because I mean, you know, I remember when it was like QVC was selling McGuire rookie cards. The Team USA, all the throwback, all the. Anybody remember Woolworth? The Woolworth cards. Those were great. Mattingly, I was a huge fan of Don Mattingly. There's a Crown Royal card right there. I was a big Don Mattingly fan. Don Mattingly was my guy. Those Flair Showcase cards. This was like this was like one of the most recognizable Mattingly cards that was out there. Like Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I was actually trying to get the full set of this. This was one of my favorite sets right here. Fleer Ultra 94. This was the gold gloves, the award winner gold glove sets. Oh, I loved collecting those. They were so much fun trying to get all the award winners. That was the big thing as a kid. We were trying to get the award winner ones. And then this is literally the binder that I kept my Yankee cards in. It's a trifold, not a Trapper Keeper, not to be confused with a Trapper Keeper. Like at one point I had hockey cards in there. And so I guess I put page numbers. I made an index of these. I'm breaking junk wax now. I'm showing my junk wax. 95 XXX stickers. It's funny. There we go. Here are my Yankee cards from back in the day when I was collecting. There's some Derek Jeters, Cecil Fielder, Posada, Dwight Gooden, David Cone, the top there. Gosh, looking at these. I'm trying to find the Steve Sachs card here. Andy Pettit. There's a Ken Griffey Sr. older card there. The turn back the clock cards. Those were wild. I saw Hideki Irabu do his first at-bat at Montreal against the Montreal Expos at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. That was wild. The Peter Gammons upper deck set. Junk wax tells fast. There's a Paul O'Neill Pinnacle. I haven't found a Steve Sachs card yet. Oh, and I did this thing as a kid where if I got doubles, look at this. Look what I did. If I got doubles or triples, I stacked them inside there with the same ones. So there's like 3 or 4 cards shoved in there. God, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if I don't. Oh, there it is. There he is, Steve Sachs, right there. Lou Piniella manager card. God, Tommy John, the top there. Oh God, this takes me back. This is how I collected cards. Yeah, that card probably went through a bike or something. Somebody got a hold of that Billy Martin card. This was probably the oldest cards that I had, was this set here. Oh my God, I remember Pogs. Cecil Fielder, Paul O'Neill, Danny Tartable. Everyone remember Danny Tartable? Bob Shirley, Mike Gallagher. These sets were cool. This was one of the big sets I collected. It was 94 Donruss. My dad used to bring packs home, and you get these gold ones. Bob Shirley, Steve Farr, Don Mattingly, Jim Larratt, Jared Williams. Trout? What Trout? So much money wasted. Al Leiter. This is one of those things I want to give to my kids later on. There you go. Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson is a Yankee. David Wrighty. Paul O'Neill again. Old school Bowman cards. Jesse Barfield. I remember Jesse Barfield. Dave Winfield. Let's go through these a little quicker. There's a Tino Power card. Then you had the Fasimil autograph cards. They were cool. Oh, a Steve Trout. Where's Noakes? Oh, there's Steve Trout again. Mark Salas, Pat Clemens, Doug Drabek. There's David Cohn, Roberto Kelly. This is another big score set. Like, look at the old school score cards. Back on the Sachs page. Okay. Let me see. He's pointing out a card. Oh, yeah. Steve Trout right there. Yep. You're right. I don't doubt you. I just was confused. I haven't looked at this in so long. There you go. There's a legend right there. Jim Abbott. Oh, I can't get it right. There you go. Jim Abbott. Freaking legend. Reggie Jackson. Jack Clark. God, freaking worst trade ever. Jay Buhner. Jay Buhner as a Yankee. Ugh. A terrible trade that was. Mel Hall. Spike Owen. Steve Howe. Oh, nerdy. The only reason we're here is because of nerdy stuff. I mean, we're all nerds in that respect. Yeah, so this was my old school Fleer card. There's the Derek Jeter rookie. The prospects. Shoved it in there. Those corners and edges ain't so good. I think that's a PSA 5. Or sorry, PSA 0.5. I don't think they'd even grade this card. Hey, they're not stuck to the plastic at least. Yeah, that one ain't grading. His favorite Star Wars character. Oh, it was absolutely amazing what Abbott did. That's a tough question, chat. I like Mandalorian. Bob Naylor, Ron Guidry, George Fraser, Mark Hutton, Gerald Williams. I always thought he was Bernie Williams' brother. So this is my Yankee collection. It's my old school Yankee collection. I'll give it to my kids one day. There's the original Topps Black and Gold. Or Topps Gold. Yeah, Black and Golds. That was a fun set to collect when they first came out with those. Mel Hall. Love the yellow corners. Oh, I was a kid that shoved cards in my bike spokes. There's a big Steve Sachs right there. Can't miss that one. Look, the card's too big. It didn't even belong in there. It was sticking out the top of it, and I still shoved it in there. What was wrong with me? Kevin Mass. Jeez. Mike Stanley. Brian Buchanan. Danny Tartable. These ultras, man, I remember these ultras used to be expensive too. And it was expensive for that time until everything exploded. But yeah, there's my my Yankee kids. I don't think so. Nick will tell you if I'm wrong. I have no idea if Steve Trout is related to him. $1.28 for the binder. You're probably right. It probably is worth about $1.28. It's the memories. Oh, that just took me back down memory lane. I ain't getting that back up in there though. Where I had it. What was that? Huh. The funny things you find that you don't realize you have in your I don't even know where this came from. I just found this. It was in my closet. Charizard themed deck, Vivid Voltage, Sword and Shield. Huh. Didn't even know I had it. I don't know. I have to look and see if I have any other old cards. I should show you. Some other time I'll show you guys my Frank Thomas collection. All the cards I have of his. I have like a box that's like all my old, like what I consider my most valuable cards. They ain't the most valuable cards, but they're still there. They're still cool. At the end of the night, we'll see what time we get done. I might pull them out. We can walk through them. Open another book. Let's go. All right, let's do the recap of score here. Savon Williams, Bryce Young, the 35. Travis Hunter, hot rookies. Travis Hunter, base rookie. Travis Hunter, draft. Scattaboo, base. Dart, base. Cam Ward, draft. 250, Dalton Hilliard. Put it back in the closet and forget about it. Okay. I trust you, Nick. I'll throw it right back in the closet. For at least 10 years, right? Just completely forget about it for 10 years. Don't even think about it. It's not even there. Our stand cards. Kobe Bryant autograph. Showtime, Malik Neighbors, pretty sweet card. Isaiah Likely to 35. Jimmy Smith to 10. That was nice. Jaden Daniels, 250. Not bad. Victoria McMillan to 50. 2 of 50. On-card autograph gold. Or not on-card, sticker autograph. And a Rasheed Rice autograph. That's, hey, I'm glad you all did like that. It's cool that you guys liked that. I'm going to pull basketball up here. Oh, there they are. I found him. Yeah. You want to see how I kept my, quote, best cards? That's how I kept my best cards. This is how, as a kid, I kept my best cards. It was this shoebox. Lanzera. I don't know who makes these. Yep, there they all are. There's all my best cards as a kid. That's the card that's one of my favorite cards. That's one of my favorite cards. I do have a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. Forgot about that in there. I really need to crack that out of that case. Forgot I had that in there. All right, we'll go through this here in a bit. Let's get through basketball first. Ew, there's a Stanton card in there. Also, I added some cards to this. Oh, Thomas, I've pitched the idea. Leaf Metal, the Behind Bars edition. Courtroom Used Relics. I mean, hey, by the way, Nick, check it out. Jacob Wilson, 3 of 5 for the A's. Photo variation. Pulled out of jumbo tonight. All right. You guys, let's do basketball, and then I'll go through the box before we do NASCAR. Ugh. Oh, it is. Absolutely is. This is a sneaky valuable product. I like this product, but I like it in retail form more than I like it in hobby form. I like the fact too. You guys were like so cool about seeing the old school book that I had. I mean, no judgment zone too. I love that. No one's going, why would you put your cards like that? I was 7. Basketball is sold out. Yes. Everything filled. I was really happy with you. You guys filled everything, and I'm really grateful for that. You guys absolutely crushed it tonight. You guys absolutely crushed it. All right, so let me put the basketball teams in here. Oh, Regulus, there we go. All right, we're gonna put this in so you guys could see the basketball teams. This product is sneaky because there's so many good case hits in this that you can get. I love Mosaic because I feel like the retail is almost more fun and more valuable than the hobby is. A lot of people would disagree with me on that. I just think the retail, you get so much more bang for your buck with Mosaic than you do in just about any other product from retail-wise. They like us. They really like us. I know. I'm actually really happy about how well the breaks have been filling. Everyone's been doing a really good job. And, I tell you, when we get breaks that fill, it tells me like we're doing things the right way. Hey, and I still got more to show. So, like, look at this stuff. Check this out. John Smoltz rookie. Ken Griffey Jr. Dream Team. This is a cool card. Frank Thomas first round pick. You've seen a first round pick. Don Mattingly. I think that's his rookie. This card is cool. They have there's an error of this that has his name missing. Rusty Wallace on the embossed. Eric Karros, rookie card. Frank Thomas, Future is Now card. Score 91 Thomas. Opeachy. Check it out. Opeachy. 93 Premier Opeachy Star Performer. Frank Thomas score. You can tell I liked Frank Thomas. And then Frank Thomas 91. This set was cool. Fleer 92. They had some really cool inserts of Frank Thomas in that set. God, I used to go crazy when I found a Frank Thomas card hit. I was so happy when I would get one. I used to trade. I didn't care what it was. I used to not care who I had. If they had a Frank Thomas card I didn't have, I wanted it, and I would trade just about anything for it. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, right? Dude, check out this one top loader. Yeah. Look how old that top loader is. It's so discolored. Like, ugh. And then these ones, so funny story about these things. Michael's. I would. Why not? It's kind of fun. These sets were kind of cool because Michaels had that tray that you could slide these cards in, and it was like it's basically like the J Channel stuff, except it was designed for these cards. I actually found a Mike Messina rookie card in one of the sets. And I was like, oh my god, like oh my god. And then what do? I go put my cards in there. I'm like, they'll be fine. Ugh. But hey, at least I had a way to look at them. The Kirby Puckett Dream Team card? I don't remember that one. One of the most iconic cards was the Bo Jackson card with the bat on his shoulder. All right, let me get the tags in for people for basketball. Although most of you, I think, are already here. This is fun. I'm enjoying this tonight. I really am. It's a really cool way to like go back in time and share all our memories. It's neat. All right, so we got Ray. We got the Bo Jackson one. Oh, the Thomas one? Yeah. Dude, I freaking loved Frank Thomas. Oh, that's cool. Trogi, Chad. I think there's an aspect. I think there's such an aspect for a lot of us to just kind of, everything is so baked into the modern cards and everything how it's modern that having those few moments to kind of go back to when we were all kids and the way we used to collect cards, I think, it really kind of brings you back for the love of why you did it in the first place. And the feelings, like, I don't know, I do it more. Like, one of the reasons why I did breaking was I frankly just enjoy the emotional high that it gives you, just the thrill of that pull, right? And having the card to your collection, finishing collecting sets. Like, there's such an accomplished feeling when you like finish collecting a set of cards and get to put it away. Like, you'll never touch it again. It'll be completely worthless once it's finished. But darn, it feels so good when you finish that set and you're like, yes, it is finished. I have accomplished. I am the victor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 names here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all 9. Like, I don't know. There was a purity to the sport then. Now it's kind of still there, but I don't know. I think there's so many questions. Oh, that's sweet, Nick. Nice. I didn't know you had to sign a contract for it. That's kind of wild. Oh God, we should. Nick, you should have nostalgia night where you're not allowed to bring cards that are from like the year 2000 or later, and everybody just brings in their nostalgia sets to just go back and be a kid again. It would be the wildest, craziest night of like trade night. But how funny would that be to have like a nostalgia night? It'd be kind of funny. Like, you just go back to being a kid and you're just trading your 1990s cards and finding some of those. Oh, that's huge. It's absolutely huge. Autocorrect, probably. I knew what you meant. I'm good at reading stuff with knowing what they actually are trying to say and not actually reading the words because I don't read very well, period. So, all right. So Mosaic basketball. So I want to point this out real quick, and I'll go over the teams and what you got, by the way. This is why I think this set is really sneaky good. I wanted to see how fast we do a virtual trade night where we can have people on with collection. Oh, it's like show and tell. It's like going back to old school show and tell, right? All right, this is why I think this is sneaky good. You can get cards numbered down to 10. Look how many different choices you can get cards numbered down to 10. Plus, micro mosaic and stained glass is in here too. I like this set. I think you can get scripts down to 10. You can get scripts that are Genesis. It's show and tell time. Everybody show your early 2000 or 1990s card sets. Agreed. That'd be kind of fun. Kind of neat to go back and see everybody's set. It's like it's like I said, it's a judgment-free zone. You're just there to just see everyone's old sets from where we came from. All right, so running down through the teams for Mosaic basketball here quickly. Phil Trokey's got the 76ers, the Spurs, and the Suns. Jaws got the Thunder, the Bucks, and the Magic. Ray's got the Celtics, Hornets, Knicks, Pelicans, Bulls, and Cavs. Chad's got the T-Wolves, the Nets, and the Mavericks. Ash has the Pistons, the Lakers, and the Wizards. Ash got a great team out of the random on this one. TJ got the Grizz, the Trailblazers, and the Nuggets. Todd's with the Warriors, the Hawks, and the Pacers. Chris has the Rockets, Clippers, and the Kings. Rich has the Raptors, the Heat, and the Jazz. And that's everyone's teams. Oh, I think so too. I think some of the sets that we used to collect and the things people have, I agree. I think people would be very surprised. Joel Embiid, Josh Hart, Taurean Prince, Brandon Miller. To be funny, you cannot show cards older than 2000. Oh my God, yeah, right? Peyton Watson. Dude, I used to go into, was it JCPenney or Sears, and they used to sell like the retail boxes. Like it was like $50, but you could get like Upper Deck or Fleer or whatever it was, and they have like the box of the packs. I used to like set a box, and like I would like restrict myself and say I can only open a pack a day, and I would open like one pack a day, and the box would be massive. It had so many packs in it, but it was how I like had like my one entertainment every day. It was great. Peyton Watson, Keyshawn George, Drew Holiday, silver mosaic for the Epic Performers on the Yao Ming. Bobby Kiltman and Zach Eady collecting Patrick Mahomes Reds until April. And now will be numbered to 5. Patrick Mahomes Reds. What's a Patrick Mahomes Red? Oh, geez, I forgot about those. Zach Eady on the base rookie for the Grizz. Well, some of those collects, like, they just had, like, I feel like that back then, insert sets were cooler. I feel like insert sets sometimes just don't really, people don't care that much about them now. Best knife break ever. Nice. Zach Collins, Jarrett Allen, Cade Cunningham, Don Robinson, Shaq, Epic Performers, Isaiah Stewart. These are all upside down. Drive me crazy. Zachariah Reischer. Nice. One of the Hawks and Todd. That's a nice one. Jalen Wells on the Jam Master. That is a very strange Jam Master card. I don't know if I like that. John Morant and Bronny. Red variations. Okay. Out of what set? Oh my God. Don't even start me on the puzzle piece cards. Oh, okay. Oh, the stupid puzzle pieces. Dude, how frustrating was it trying to collect the puzzle pieces? You're always missing something. I loved the puzzle pieces, and I hated the puzzle pieces. Remember, I had like the scratcher cards where you could like you had to scratch off certain ones, and if you hit like enough that said like run, you could win like a free card or something, but you couldn't scratch them all, or you invalidated it. Oh, I remember those puzzle piece cards though. Forget the gum. The puzzle pieces were infuriating. Oh my God, we have a fluorescent. Is that a green fluorescent? We might have a card number to 10 here. Jamal Murray, Naz Reid. That might be a light blue because I'm red green colorblind. Woolworths. Oh, yeah, I had that one Woolworths card, right? Fluorescent. Oh. Bam Adebayo. Going to the Nuggets. Take a Joker. City Edition. Oh, how sweet is that? Number to 75, not to 10. The Joker, 7 of 75. Or one of the Nuggets. One of the Nuggets. TJ Wilson. Sweet Nugget. Fluorescent cards are nice looking. Woolworths was the king. I loved to go in Woolworths. That was awesome. We used to have one. I always wanted to go to Woolworths. The name just sounded weird too. Draymond Green, Wendell Carter Jr. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to always go there. Paulo Banchero. Green for the Elevate. Zach Edey NBA debut, and Jonathan Magbo. Oh, the pop-up character? Dude, I found... Oh, I should tell you about that. Don't shush. The pop-up character, hey, you say? Oh, God, where is it? Oh, there. Is it right there? There it is. Oh. Hold on. Dude, you want to see something old and crazy? Check out this card. Yogi Berra, Legends of Baseball. Whoop. Pop up. Yogi Berra baseball card pop up. It's from the Stouffer's Food Collection. Literally, Stouffer's made baseball cards. 1 of 5. I've had this card for so long, I don't even know where I got it from. It's a 1 of 5. It's like $1 million, right? Freaking Yogi Berra pop-up card. Woo. Look how well it's made, too. It actually works correctly. It doesn't get bound up and stuff. It's actually a properly working pop-up card. You said it, and that's what made me think of it. It actually sits with my Yogi Berra autographed baseball. Apparently I have some dust in here I need to clean out. Eesh. Gross. I don't think it's so dusty in there. That's why I left the door open. That's got to get cleaned. Ugh. Gross. God. Oh, the Grand Slam set. Oh, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about the Grand Slam set. I do remember that now. Oh, that's why you went to Denny's. What a different time. Like, I remember my dad used to go to the gas station, and gas stations used to have like boxes and boxes of on cards. $1 a card, a pack of cards was, back in my day, everything was 10 cents. Julius Randle, Norman Powell, Oscar Thompson, Paul George. Oh, nice for the Wizards. Going to Ash. Alexander Sarr. Nice Silver City edition. What other card do you want me to pull out of my super secret place that I can show you and go, I got that? Good times. Good times. Now I'm looking on eBay now. You probably find it for 50 cents. Jacoby Walter, Jalen Brunson, my man. Jalen Brunson, Jacoby Walter on the rookie there. Tatum, Giannis, and Bobby Kiltman. Oh, some of these. Rivera rookie card. I do have that. Where is that card? Where is my Rivera? Oh, I know where it is. Hold on, I'll show you that. No, it was Stouffer's. It was Stouffer's food. They came out of the Stouffer dinner sets. Derek Lively II, Sadiq Bey, Alperen Sengun. Like, I'm pretty sure it came out of like the frozen Stouffer's meals. It was like cereal. Same thing like cereal. It would come out of the box. Jordan Hawkins, Keegan Murray, Al Horford, Tyler Smith. Oh, we have a Genesis. Is it? Is it? No. Thought it was. Silver Jam Masters. Paulo. Although, okay. I will concede the Jam Masters on the Mosaics do look nice. Those ones I will concede. All right. Magic and Jamal Sheed. Yeah, I think it's a Stouffer's. It came out of the Stouffer's dinners. I know where my rookie is. I was trying to figure out where it was. I got it cheap too. LeBron. Oh God, you're right. Kmart did have a series of cards. LeBron James, Scoot Henderson, Jalen Johnson, DiVincenzo, True Silver, Michael Porter Jr., and DeRozan, Franz Wagner. Is our card stuck to the back? Oh. Epic Performers, Jared McCain for the 76ers. Nice. LeBron City Edition and Stephen Castle. Another nice one for the Spurs. He asked to see a Rivera rookie card. Well, I can oblige you. I was actually trying at one point. I wanted to have an autographed baseball and the rookie card of the core 4 for the Yankees. I think I have that. I actually do have that now at this point. I think I have Posadas. You said Rivera rookie card. There it is. It's way in the back. I did not give a crap about this grade because all post serial cards, those I might have sold to Daniel. Daniel bought all my junk wax. There you go. Mariano Rivera rookie card. Bowman rookie. His only true considered his only true rookie card. I got it as an 8.5. I didn't care. I just wanted the card. I think I paid $70 for it. 70 or $80 I paid for this, and I didn't care. I just wanted the rookie card. The edges are a 9. The surface is a 9.5. The corners are a 9. The centering is an 8. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's off on centering. Just a smidge. Don't care. I just wanted the card. I think I got a better deal for it because it was an 8.5. I like that stuff. That stuff's fun. I wonder if there's any Kmarts that are still barely surviving. Like they're still called Kmart, but they just don't. The corporation itself is gone. But you know how like Blockbuster still had like a couple stores that were still alive. By the way, apparently, if you live anywhere near the Colorado area, there is a 1990s museum that has a replica Blockbuster in it. Let me see if I can pull it up because Lisa was showing it to me. She tagged me in it. See if I can show it to you guys. if it actually shows. So many things I don't pay attention to on my phone. Yeah, there it is. Apparently, it's a 90s museum in Colorado where you can equally have the frustration of going to the Blockbuster movie store and finding out that they didn't have the movie you wanted. They only had the box. You can play some N64 on an old school TV, on an old school tube TV. I love how there's like my first Walkmans sitting in there. Yep, Tickle Me Elmo. The princess. There's a Kmart still open in Guam. I don't know if that counts. Game used Rivera hat to my buddy for his birthday. Oh, that's cool. That's a very nice gift you gave your buddy. Rivera never signed the hat, Brian. Empty box. All right. We have so sidetracked this break. It's funny. Anthony Davis, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Johnson, DiVincenzo. Oh, another Rishisher. Yellow. Tristan Newton, Andre Drummond, Zion Williamson, Garnett, and Rob Dillingham. Will Zion make it through a season? Odds are they should put a DraftKings bet out there for if Zion can actually play an entire season. Oh, the shockproof. Remember how like oh, that's cool that he signed it. I remember the Discmans when they first came out with the shockproof, and then you used to take the Discman. You're like, it says the memory will last 10 seconds with getting bounced around. Hold on, let me try it. 1, 2, 3, and you just stand there and shake it until it see if like, oh yeah, look, it did work. Vucevic, Beasley, Tyrese Maxey, Chris Paul, John Morant, Jaden Hardy, Aja Mitchell, Risha again on the Elevate, Durant, and Furphy. All right. Well, catch the NASCAR break on the replay tomorrow. We'll get to that here soon. Don't breathe in too much of that galvanized gas. Oh my God, it was a game changer. I remember it was just so like revolutionary. You're like, oh my God. To your payroll. Benedict Mathurin, Aaron Gordon, Marcus Smart. Oh, we got a seriously? We have another fluorescent. What is it? One every mega? Brooks Lopez, fluorescent. Oh. That's the 75, I bet. 8 of 75. Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Damn. That's sweet. Pound desk in a truck that got off to the side of. Oh, that's fun and scary at the same too. Yeah, check the replays and see if you hit any monster cards. I had that cassette thing. My grandfather had it. I thought that thing was amazing. I actually would buy cars with. I would to save money. I wanted to have a car that had a cassette player in it, and so I could use both. Dorian Finley-Smith, James Harden, Jokic on the Epic Performers, Jacoby Walter, and Antonio Rivas. Was that Jaw that got that one for the Thunder? Yeah, Jaw got that one. Nice, Jaw. Another Zilch audio. Okay, okay. If it's broken in the corner, is that okay? Yeah, he broke his collarbone. Bogdanovich, Quickly, Giannis, Sasser, Durant, KJ Simpson Jr., D'Angelo Russell, Giannis, Thunder Road, Paulo Banchero, and Baylor Sherman. But it was the LG Music or something. Oh, really? That's weird. On our flip phones, I remember the Razor. When the Razor came out, people were just going nuts over it. Everybody had to have a Razor phone. I thought they were freaking stupid. But I never wanted a cell phone to begin with anyways. I never wanted it from the beginning. Devin Booker, Chet Holmgren, Grady Dick, Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Strus, Buddy Hield, Keyshawn George, nice Thunder Road Mosaic LeBron, Bob Dillingham, and Cam Christie. I don't remember the Sidekick. I remember the Razor. I remember when Nextel came out, and then they had like the ruggedized phones, and people would like basically put them under their tires to see if they actually would be truly ruggedized or not. They're like, is it really going to work? Really? Oh. That's interesting. I didn't even know such a thing existed. I just assumed it kind of transmitted already. All right, Peyton Watson, Champagne, Bain, Rozier III, Jared Allen Silver, Jaden McDaniels, DeAndre Ayton, Donovan Mitchell Silver Mosaic, Dwayne Wade, and Khalil Ware. I had to find for my work, just because of the places we are, I had to find a CD player that didn't have Wi-Fi. Everything had to be basically hard plugged in, and it couldn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. You know how hard it is to find a CD player today that doesn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth? It is like downright impossible. It's like trying to buy a car with manual. They don't exist. It's wild. Oh, I kind of remember that now. Yeah. It slid out the side. Damn things broke all the time. I remember that now. Okay. It was like the fun version of a BlackBerry. I do remember having my first BlackBerry. I had a flip phone BlackBerry. That thing was badass. That thing I thought was cool. All right. Last box. Isaiah Hartenstein, RJ Barrett, Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, Darren Holmes II, Jalen Johnson, Giannis, and Epic Performance, Zach Rischischer again. Oh, shit. Sorry. That's numbered. 54/99. Epic Performers on the yellow reactive for the Hawks. My God, the Hawks are having a break. That's 3 Rischischers, including a numbered Rischischer. Good Lord. Damn. A card for the cards. Tatum and Walter. One card. You got one card. Singular Wireless. I remember Singular. God, I forgot that's what those sidekicks were. If you want to, Kelsey. I mean, Nick's on YouTube as well. So you and Nick are on YouTube, and others are on Facebook. Doesn't matter. Darius Garland, Kyle Lowry, Naz Reid, Gary Trent Jr., LeBron Gibbon Go, Josh Hart, Jordan Hawkins, Epic Performers, Victor Wembanyama, nice, silver mosaic, Jared McCain, and Tyler Smith. It's all the same to me. I'm answering everybody like they were in the same place. 2004 Avalanche. I buy cars in cash cheap. I don't believe in payments. Dude, I have a 2014 Dodge Ram, and I will replace the engine probably before I buy a new car on that thing. I hate how complicated cars are. They don't make them now where you can even freaking. I mean, that's a dream right there, Brian. I'm about to pay off my Ram this year finally, and I refinanced it to help pay off some credit cards. And we have a fluorescent. We got 2 numbered cards out of this box. What the hell's going on? I'm going to order some more Mosaic Megas. Wait, is there an auto too? No. Yes. Seriously? We have a numbered Risha to 99, a fluorescent, and an auto in this one. Seriously. Okay. I think I need to buy some more Mosaic Megas because these things are freaking loaded. Good Lord. Bam Adebayo, Oscar Thompson. Was it an auto Mason win? Paul George. I'm going to save the auto here. Jacoby Walter. I'll put this. Put it there for now. $75 of 75, Jacoby Walter, and a LeBron. My goodness, these boxes have been nice, really nice. 3 mega boxes. The value's been in these boxes. Rich Schaefer for the Raptors. We'll see the auto here in a minute. Get through the rest of the packs. Damn, four numbered cards out of 3 megas. When was the last time you ever saw that happen? LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, geez. Steph Curry green mosaic, Bazulis and Kamara. Good God. I always thought that Driver's Edge should have taught manuals. Hell, now we're getting to the point where cars don't even have drivers. They just drive yourself. Or they drive you. We're going to have kids that don't even bother going. Driver's ed at some point here is going to become optional because nobody's going to actually have to drive a car. I will say the thing about manuals is frustrating is when you're driving in traffic on the highway or you get stuck in traffic. I knew a friend that had one and he said, it's great when you're cruising. It sucks when you're stuck in traffic in a manual. Zubac, Hawkins, Johnson, DiVincenzo, Nicole Topic, Michael Porter Jr., Sadiq Bey, Risha Thunder Road again, Stephen Castle rookie, and Darren Holmes II. Well, I got a rental car when I was out in California, and I was out there for work, and the guy says you can have the Jeep or you can have it was like the Ford F-150 Platinum Edition. And I was like, I'll take the Ford. Then I realized why people don't ever rent the trucks in California because I saw the $5 gallon gas prices. But the darn thing, like you said, all I had to do was touch the steering wheel. It drove itself. It had everything. Damn thing drove itself. I had to keep my hands on the steering wheel. Hey, yeah, I used to have a vehicle when I was in college. We did a race for NASA, and we painted our school colors were green and gold, but we always seemed to find a way to paint it green and yellow. So we got called the John Deere car. Christian Braun, Jordan Poole, Tyrese Maxey, Chris Paul, Malachi Branham, Reed Shepard for the Rockets. Nice. Colin Sexton, Victor Wembanyama, Jam Masters, Silver Mosaic. Nice. Yuki Yamura and Tristan Da Silva. Nick's telling us stories on YouTube about how he has his name as Earth Sucks because he was complaining one night because he was on such a bad run of breaks, and he changed it, and then hits a 101. I mean, Kelsey, at least you got $300 out of it. Ew. From San Antonio to Austin? Damn. Ugh. And there's been some really bad accidents out there lately. That's the thing that scares me is I almost feel like we have such a distracted society that we actually have to go to self-driving cars because people basically just aren't even responsible to pay attention to the road anymore. All right, I'm going to put the auto right there. Sad, but it's way too much distracted driving out there. Jabari Smith Jr., Kevin Durant, Sadiq Bey, Alperen Sengun, Anthony Davis, silver, Alperen Sengun, Steph Curry again, Karl Anthony Towns, Larry Legend, AJ Johnson. All right, let's see what this auto is. So who are we hoping for? Well, obviously, Steph Curry auto would be great. A Luka auto would be great. From a rookie standpoint, a Risha, a Dalton Connect. I think those would be Reed Shepard, I think, chance. All right, let's see. Here's your autograph. JWB. Good God. All right, what team is it? JWB. It's for the Celtics. Not Jaylen Brown. Jordan Walsh. Where's the B in that? Okay. Not understanding where the B goes in that. But anyways, Jordan Walsh for the Celtics is the autograph. Uh-huh. All right. I'm not understanding that nomenclature. My first truck is my 2014 Ram. All right. I said I was going to show some more nostalgia cards. Let me do that. It is a Boston card. I guess B for Boston would be the only thing I can think of. He's on the B squad. Fair. All right. More nostalgia cards I have. God, I forgot I had some of these in here. Jesus. My pack's of nostalgia. Hey, look, a Gary Sanchez rookie card. Ugh. There's a Glaber. There's a Chapman. I was trying to collect rookie cards. Didi Gregorius rookie card. Oh, God. Clint Frazier. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ugh. Burn them. Burn those cards. Ugh. I forgot what this meant. It's a winner card? I don't remember this from Top. I remember getting them from Topps Black and Gold. Group B consists of the following players. This certified winner card is a collectible as part of your top owns that is not redeemable. Congratulations, you've just won cards numbered on the Group B as part. This certified winner card is a collectible part of your... I don't remember that. But, like, you could get all those cards. Blackjack McDowell. God. Speaking of B squads. Here's more Frank Thomas cards. Yeah. These top loaders saw their better days. The yellow tint. Frank Thomas AL MVP winner. God, I'm so upside down. 91 Donruss Frank Thomas. This is like AL MVP. I loved the award winner cards. I thought these cards were so awesome. I think I did have at one point every award winner. I was darn close, I know. Thomas Pinnacle, Thomas, I think it's Stadium Club. Yeah, Stadium Club, Fleer Ultra, 92, Triple Play Donruss, Donruss 94, Donruss. What year's that Donruss? 95 Donruss. Was it Huge Heads? Okay. Frank Thomas. Ew. Gary Sanchez on the, what the hell was that? It's like the Pog version of Topps. Clint Frazier, who doesn't even play with them anymore. Beckett Baseball Judge. Oh, it's 7,078 out of 7,500. That's kind of a cool card. I don't even remember that card. I don't know where I got that from. Yeah. So you had Topps Donruss. Another Clint. My God, why do I have so many Clint Frazier cards? There it is, the man. Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt card. The Straw. Chris Chelios. Joe Sakic. That's the card that I thought was awesome. Had the TNT bomb in the bat from the 92 Fleer set. Those cards were, I loved those cards. I thought they were absolutely awesome. I found piles of these packs of cards, or of hockey cards, laying in a parking spot. Like somebody opened all the packs, didn't find what they wanted, and they just threw them in the parking lot. I had so many packs of hockey cards. I was like, such a happy. And I kept saying to my dad, I was sitting in the car, I'm like, Dad, there's cards sitting on the ground there. He's like, don't get out. You can't get out and get them. I'm like, but Dad, they're sitting right there. I'm like, just let me go get them. Eventually, I finally got them. So yeah, so there's my Griffey Jr. card, rookie card. It's like my only Griffey Jr. rookie card I have. That card I loved. It's one of my favorite cards. Joe Montana, Wreck-It Breakers. Mario Lemieux. It's not in bad shape, Lemieux. It's probably a PSA 6. There's a Jeter prospect card with a dented corner. Otis Anderson on-card autograph. He came and played a basketball game in Vermont, and they did signings. And then a Stephen Baker. I actually had the wrong guy sign that card, too. So I had Stephen Baker sign it, and then some other guy. I can't remember. And then we had, this was the sticker version. If you remember the sticker cards we used to have, and you put them in the sets, I cut this out. I stuck it, and then I cut it out. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I remember the baseball sticker sets. They were fun. Oh, the Newmont's Beckett's. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Studio. Man, these studio cards were sharp. What year was that? 93 Studio. These cards were freaking amazing looking. There's that 94 Ultra again. Oh, God. I remember Upper Deck. Same with Fred McGriff. The Leaf. I think that's 91 Leaf. Yeah, 91 Leaf right there. These top loaders have seen their better day. Is that 93 Leaf? Yeah, there's another studio card. I love the studio cards. They look so good. Some Upper Deck. Ted Williams, best hitters of the future. Another Upper Deck. This was another big set I was trying to get. Oh, God, yeah, you're right. They were expensive. Future Heroes Upper Deck. There's just a Don Mattingly base card. And you know what the funny thing is about most of these cards? Wow, that's actually one of the first cards I just noticed that actually was in a penny sleeve. Most of my cards were not in penny sleeves. I just put them in top loaders. I don't think I ever remember putting cards in penny sleeves ever. Like, penny sleeves was not a thing to me. It was like, you just put them in a top loader. That's all that matters. What else do I have in here? These ones are not quite as old. Some of these aren't quite as old. There are some other older ones. All right, here's the rest of this nostalgia set. And then we'll do NASCAR. All right, what else we got here? Brett Gardner, first year. That's a cool card. I like that card. There's a black and gold Frank Thomas. These sets were cool. Measure of Greatness from Topps. I like those. There's the yellow border Fleer you were talking about. MC Star Pants. The fun pack. Oh yeah, there's the cutout card. Oh my god, this top loader does not want to open. This isn't a penny sleeve. When did I put cards in penny sleeves? If you can see it, is an etching as an outline on it. And so you would pop it out and it would stand up and you would stand it. Apparently I never actually popped this one out. It's an upper deck card. I didn't realize that. But yeah, it's a standout. So it pops this way. I actually have, well, my Frank Thomas autograph card is in a screw case. Do you mean, you mean this one? Those kind of screw account cases? So my Frank Thomas autograph card, first autograph card I've ever got. I don't think I ever saw them Yo Raps cards. This is actually a Frank Thomas rookie card, and I couldn't find it for the longest time. It was like an unlisted rookie card. God, look how young he looks. I could never find it in the Beckett's. Another Frank Thomas. That's actually the one that's autographed. Just realized that. More Frank Thomas. Star Power. Slur. Select. Score Select 92. There's the Studio Frank Thomas that I love so much. Stadium Club. I actually had this card stolen on me. I was so upset. It was one of my friends stole it on me, and it was like my parents bought this for me, and I thought it was the coolest card ever, and I was so proud of it, of having it. It's 2 years off of the year I was born. I was 2 at the time when this card came out, and it was like one of my favorite cards, and it got stolen on me, and thankfully it got recovered because my friend was an idiot. Richard Petty. Frank Thomas Members Choice. I haven't found one card, which it came directly from the video game. The multis. Frank Thomas. This was a fun set. This was another big set I liked collecting. Oh, there it is. This card right here. You could not. This came from the Sega Genesis Big Hurt Baseball game. That's why it says Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball. So real. What's it say in the bottom? So real it hurts. You could not get this card anywhere else but the Sega Genesis Big Hurt Baseball game. It's the only place you could get it. It was the most impossible game to play because all you had to do is had a pitcher that threw a knuckleball, or you just threw knuckleball and you could never hit it. The Dream Team with the big bat, Frank Thomas. Oh, I didn't remember that one. Upper Deck, Frank Thomas. This was a huge set for Frank Thomas that year for 93. They had all these versions of Frank Thomas, and I was trying to collect them all. I was trying to get all 10. I don't know if I ever did or not, but you got like Serious Frank Thomas, Intense Frank Thomas. God, do I have all the other ones? We'll see if I have the other ones. There's another Frank Thomas rookie from Fleer. Frank Thomas Donruss. Too bad Frank Thomas was like Mike Trout, and these cards would be worth like millions. Score MVP. Ew, gross. Get it out of there. Evan Ingram. He's not on the team there. The Frank Thomas checklist. Another Thomas. Yeah, I have a couple modern cards in here. Yeah, there's another one. There's the Power. There's the Control card. The Concentration. The Preparation. I was trying to trade for those. My friends were being jerks and they wanted to trade me for them. And there's the team cards that came out. The Southside Sluggers. I think it's Robin Ventura. Yeah, Robin Ventura and Frank Thomas. That was another big set. This was right in the heart of when I was collecting. Yeah, 93. Yeah, this was a big time when I was collecting. I was 10 years old. Wow. Just trying to think about that because Ethan is 9. Just thinking about how different things were. Comiskey Park, Cecil Fielder, 94 Thomas. Is that 95? 95 Thomas. Oh, there's my Derek Jeter rookie card, the top prospect Derek Jeter card. LeMahieu rookie. And then that's it. That's all my nostalgia cards. You've seen them all. Oh, yeah. There were some great cards then. Some great cards. Like, I feel like I've looked up those cards. I mean, obviously, with the exception of the Jeter rookie card, which is kind of hit whatever it's going to be now. I don't think there's really much value in many of those cards. I just keep them tucked away. All right, let's do the recap for this, and then we'll do the NASCAR. It was a fun night. Had a lot of big hit cards, and a lot of fun tonight. I appreciate it. Jordan Walsh on the auto. Steph Curry, yellow reactive. Reed Shepard, yellow reactive. Wemby on the Silver Mosaic Jam Masters. Rishashire, Thunder Road. Stephen Castle, City Edition. LeBron, yellow reactive. Epic Performers, green Mosaic, Steph Curry. Epic Performers, Jared McCain, green Mosaic. Jared McCain, NBA debut. Wemby, silver Epic Performers. Rishashire, Elevate. Rishashire, yellow reactive. Castle, base rookie. Edie, debut rookie. Bronny, base rookie. Edie, base rookie. Our stand cards. Rob Dribbles. Yeah, I know. He was destined to play basketball. Rishashire again on the yellow reactive. Joker, 7/75. Alexander Sarr, silver City Edition. Jacoby Walter, 75/75. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 8/75. LeBron James, silver Thunder Road. Rishashire, 54/99 on this Epic Performers yellow reactive. That was a really nice Mosaic basketball break. I think I'm going to order some more of those Mosaic Megas because those did really well. Might be ordering them right now. I was really impressed on how good those did. And that was a very inexpensive break. I'm literally actively placing the order for them right now. I'll take 4 more. Thank you very much. I did order, by the way, I did get 3 of the international hobby boxes for Select Basketball 24-25. They were not that expensive, and they're the ones that have the chances at the Dragon Scales. So I got a couple of those today. So we'll have that as an option coming up once they get here. Lisa actually picked up a couple optic blasters as well. All right, let's do NASCAR. All right, I liked doing it. I mean, this is not just about showing piles of cards. It's like you said, it's the personal touch. You know, it's us sharing a hobby and enjoying it with each other. It's the whole reason why I do this. All right, NASCAR. Let's do some NASCAR. All right, I've got Andrews on top. I'm going to run the random for this here in just a second. I'm going to assume everybody paid me. I'll check it later. I'll check it tomorrow. Chad. Six was Brian. I will be in the Richmond race on Saturday night, so don't expect. I probably will not have a schedule for next week's up on Saturday because I'm spending the entire day with Aiden at the NASCAR track. So The break schedule for Sunday will probably go up like Sunday morning once I peel myself out of bed, because we'll be getting home late. And Thomas. All right. Put that based on how we filled this out. I'm really impressed on that basketball break. That basketball break was really nice. All right, 4 more Mosaic Megas have been ordered now. Oops, let me do that. All right, we're gonna run the random for NASCAR. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 3 6-sided dice, 2, 1, 3 at 6 times. Good luck, everybody. And here comes your list. Andrew's going to have spot 6. Brian, spot 9. Kevin, spot 5. Not 4. 5. Chad, spot 8. Andrew, spot 0. Brian, spot 1. Andrew, spot 2. Andrew, spot 3. Ash, spot 7. And Thomas, spot 4. And I will give you the link to the random link in the live. I think you guys did. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think you hit something. Just don't remember what it was. It was so long ago now. Dude, I was a heavy Frank Thomas chaser. Yeah, I was going to say, I have the number over here too, so I noticed I was kind of tracking it because I saw what some of the picks you had there, Kelsey, so. All right. Let's do, okay, let me tag folks for this one. Flash NASCAR. Richmond is always a fun race to go to. My dad couldn't make it, so I converted our tickets into infield passes, so it'll be fun. We're probably going to get there early now because of that. We'll see how long Aiden lasts tomorrow. I think he'll last all race, but it is a night race, so. Brian, Andrew, Chad. Ash, Thomas. All right, there we go. Let's go NASCAR. Let's go NASCAR. Get it done. All right. So this is not a first off the line. This is just a regular hobby. But like I mentioned, I didn't really see that much. I don't know if you guys got an auto or not. Who do you have for autos tonight? I think it was Astros. It's right here. The autos tonight for baseball were the Astros, the Cardinals, and the Braves. Those were, oh, no. The Astros, the Braves, and the Guardians were the autos tonight. Yeah, there's some nice stuff there. You got to kind of go to the right parts of Richmond to get to see some of the better stuff for sure. The racetrack is great. It's easy to get in, easy to get out. That's why I don't have a problem taking my 7-year-old there. It's just me. I don't think I would ever take both my kids there at the same time, just kind of because of the way they are. I think if things were different for them, then I would take them both, but it's not really the case. All right, empty box. All right, here Let's go a couple packs here. I will call out the serial number off screen just so I try not to mess up the focus too terribly bad. I think it's 2 autos and 1 mem card we get out of here. Or it's 3 autos and or mem. And there's a mem right there. So 3 autos or mem cards for the hobbies. Let's see if we get it downtown. Shall we? All right, here we go. We got a Parker Retzlaff. Let's go into spot 4. Chase Elliott, spot 4. Darrell Waltrip, spot 4. Kyle Weatherman going to spot 4. Alex Bowman, spot 8. I was going to say, geez. Tyler Ankrum, first hit coming out. Ryan Priest suited up. Ankrum is spot 2. Ryan Priest is going to be spot E. I have a decoder ring now. Spot E is going to be spot 5. I made a decoder ring so I wouldn't have to count publicly anymore. I gotta go to the friggin' DMV on Friday because they don't have a valid vision test on file. I'm like, of course you don't. So instead of trying to deal with an optometrist, I'm just like, screw it. I'll just go to the DMV and just get it done. Connor Zilic. Nice on the Spellbound. That is going to spot 9. Michael McDowell, spot 9. Christopher Bell, spot 0. Martin Truex Jr., spot 1. Austin Dillon, spot 2. Brennan Poole, spot 3. Justin Bonsignor, 110 of 299. So that's going to go spot 0. I thought about doing late night poker, but I don't know how the heck I could do late night poker with Donruss NASCAR. Brennan Poole, spot 3. Kyle Larson, 167 to 199 on the Unleashed foil. So it's going to spot 7, going to Ash. Good driver to have for that. Although they're slumping right now. For whatever reason, they're having issues. Ooh. All right. And Kid Reporter. Woo. That was a good shot. Austin Cindric, spot 5. Good Lord. AJ Allmendinger, spot 5. Jeff Gordon, spot 5. Justin Allgaier, spot 5. Kurt Busch, spot 8. Sheldon Creed, spot 7. Parker Retzlaff, spot 4. Ryan Blaney, spot 8. Rip this whole side here. We'll see how this one goes, and that'll kind of dictate if I end up trying to buy a couple more of these or not. Although Select NASCAR is supposed to be coming out soon, and I feel like that has a better chance of kind of being good as well, because I think the price on that's supposed to be pretty cheap. All right. Here we go. King of the road course, Shane Van Gisbergen, freaking crushing people on road courses. Spot 0. Chris Buescher, spot 1. Dale Earnhardt Jr., spot 2. Kyle Larson, spot 3. Jimmy Johnson, spot 4. Justin Haley, spot 6. Denny Hamlin, spot 9. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Spellbound, spot 1. Kid Reporter. Jake Garcia, spot 6. Noah Gregson, spot 6. Oh my God. These are going to kill me. All right, that way. Fine. William Byron, spot 6. Jamie McMurray, spot 9. Nick Sanchez. I thought this was an auto, but I'm not. Nick Sanchez is spot 3. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the laser, red laser, spot that's 59 of 199. And another relic card, Pedal to the Meadow, Christian Eckes. That is sheet metal. That is a piece of the sheet metal right there. For Christian Eckes, that's cool. And that is not numbered, so that's spot S. And that is going to, S goes to spot 9. So spot 9 is, hold on, I just realized I had 2 8s up there. Sorry. Brian Tanner, you have spot 9, not spot 8. I just had to check right now. So Brian Tanner, that is your card. And I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, downtowns are a chance in this. I haven't seen any pulled, but Christian Eckes on the sheet metal. Pull these. Oh, there goes Wayne. I really need to get something better for this. Hold on. I gotta fix something. All right. Let's move these down. And I'll get that there. Ha! Nice. I think if I had gone to an optometrist, I think that, and I've had an eye test done officially, I would have been able to renew. But contacts, 1-800 contacts, basically let me just do an eye exam online and then refilled my contacts. So I'm like, ah, screw it. Kyle Larson, season highlights, going to spot 5. Ryan Blaney, spot 2. Ben Rhodes, spot 3. Jeb Burton, spot 4. Christian Eckes, spot 5. Eric Almirola, who took a wicked hit at Indianapolis, spot 6. Cole Custer, spot 3. Joey Logano, spot 0. Corey Heim, spot 2. Kid Reporter. That one didn't go so well. Matt Wills, spot 7. Chandler Smith, spot 7. Connor Daly, spot 7. Kyle Petty, spot 0. Todd Gilliland, spot 1. Eric Jones, spot 3. Christian Eckes Silver, spot 5. Fake out card. Jeff Gordon on Spellbound, spot 8. Casey Kane, spot 7. Anthony Alfredo, spot 8. We should have had a pact to try to make the Spellbound names. Denny Hamlin, spot 9. Rajah Caruth, spot 0. Bubba Wallace, spot 1. Carson Quaffle, spot 9. Kyle Larson, silver, spot 3. Spellbound Kyle Larson, spot 2. And another Kid Reporter. That didn't go so well. All right. Last couple of packs. So I have an 8:45 appointment with the DMV, and then we're going to take the kids and go up to Six Flags and take them to the water park. I want to be at the water park like right when it freaking opens on Friday. Because once it stays open too long and all the kids come piling in and like some of the park's aspects get too crowded and it's like it's uncomfortable trying to keep track of the kids. All right. Here we go. We got Brett Holmes, spot 2. Josh Berry, spot 5. Connor Mosaic, spot 6. Matt DiBenedetto, spot 7. Ty Gibbs, spot 8. Tyler Ankrum, spot 2. Daniel Dye, spot 3. Jeff Gordon, spot 7 on the Spellbound. Kid Reporter. Sammy Smith, spot 1. Tyler Ankrum, spot 2. Chase Briscoe, spot 2. Carl Edwards, spot 2. Connor Mozak, 32 of 199, going to spot 2. That's Andrew. All right, we got Chandler Smith. Oh, we got a Pandora behind this one. Is it an auto? It is an auto. Chandler Smith and Carson Quapple on a Pandora. Chandler Smith, spot 7. Carson Quapple on the Pandora. That is 10, so that's going spot 0, which is Andrew. 10 of 25 on the Pandora. Last time, I think we actually got a bonus hit, too. Like, we had, like, 2 autos and 2 relics, so still a chance. But, hey, it's not bad having an auto at 25. Chase Elliott, spot 8. Justin Haley, spot 6. Sheldon Creed, spot 7. Alex Bowman, spot 8. Carson Quapple, spot 9. John Hunter Nemechek, spot 0. Sammy Smith, spot 1. Brent Cruz, spot 8. 25, it's not spot 8, it's 25 of 59. Well, if we don't pull a downtown, then you made a good choice. Yeah, downtowns are in this product. Basketball downtowns are actually in Optic this year. They're not in Panini 1-in-1. Brent Cruz, 25 of 59 with spot 5, which is Kevin. Nice. Chase Elliott, Spellbound, spot 2. Kid Reporter. Josh Williams, spot 2. Ross Chastain, spot 3. Eric Jones, spot 3. Cole Custer, spot 3. Nick Sanchez, spot 3. John Hunter Nemechek, spot 0. Bubba Wallace, spot 1. Blank. Kyle Busch, spot 3. All right, we got 4 packs left for the night. Breaks going up tomorrow. Another jumbo hobby for Tops. Elite football, and then we'll have a leaf break. Also, keep in mind there is a signature Tops Archive signature edition break out there. It's a full case break. It's $57 a spot. You get 1 random team. We went on trying to keep it on the cheap side. It's 20 boxes, so it's 20 autograph cards. So obviously, as a 30 spot, not everyone's going to get something out of it, but I tried to make it as cheap. The boxes for the entire case are priced $25 lower than what you can buy each individual box for retail-wise. Ty Dillon, spot 3. Wallace Allen, spot 4. Haley Deegan, spot 5. Michael Waltrip, spot 6. Tony Bredinger, spot 7. Ross Chastain, spot 3. Todd Gilliland, spot 1. Raja Caruth, spot 5. Kid Reporter. Matt Kenseth, spot 8. Is a black. Brad Keselowski, spot 8. Daniel Suarez, spot 8. Riley Herbst, spot 1. Ryan Priest, spot 2. Josh Williams. Jamie McMurray on the Black Pandora. Spot 2 for Josh Williams. What is that number 2? It's not. What? How is that not numbered? It's a Black Pandora. And it's not numbered. Okay. Well, I don't understand that one, but Jamie McMurray, Black Pandora, spot 9. Sure, Brian Tanner will take it, but odd. I would have thought that had been numbered. William Byron. Oh, I thought we had a downtown. Spot 3. Austin Hill. Spot 4. Let me fix my focus. Lane Riggs. Spot 5. Kyle Busch. Spot 6. Taylor Gray. Spot 7. Bill Elliott. Spot 8. Bubba Wallace. Spot 1. Chris Buescher. Silver. Spot 1. Chase Elliott. Spot 8. Kid Reporter. David Starr. Spot 9. Richard Petty. Sorry. Spot 9. Brandon Jones. Spot 9. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Spot 2. Daniel Dye. Spot 3. Matt DiBenedetto. 124, 199. Going to spot 4. It's Thomas. AJ Allmendinger. Spot 5. And Richard Petty rounds us out with spot 8. You need a lot more time before you can buy humbug in that Drake May. But everyone has a right to complain too, so. All right. Whew, what a night of breaking. I had some good ones tonight. All right, recap NASCAR. I don't know if I'll buy another box of this. The photo did seem it had a little more pop to it than I was expecting. Although we had some decent cards here. Maybe there's something more to it. Jamie McMurray on the Black Pandora. Brent Cruz, 25 of 59, spot 5. Justin Bonsignor, 110 of 299. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the Laser, 59 of 199. Connor Mosaic, 32 of 199. Carson Quapple, that was 10 of 25 on the Pandora, Silver Pandora. Kyle Larson Unleashed was 67, 167 of 199. And then 2 relic cards we had was Christian Eckes, Pedal of the Metal, and Ryan Priest. That went to spot. Spot S, which was spot 9, I think I said. Yeah, and Ryan Priest, spot U, that was spot 5. You got the Carson Quapple card, I think. Yeah, Andrew, you got the Carson Quapple autograph card. It was ho-hum. It wasn't quite as good as the photos as I was thinking maybe it was going to be. But, hey, for a $12 break, it's not terrible. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks for showing down memory lane. Clearly, the fire card of the night was the Jacob Wilson 3 of 5 photo variation from Topps Chrome. That's freaking disgustingly awesome. That was a great hit. But I hope you all have a great night. Again, break drops tomorrow, 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. Also take a look at the Topps Archive Signature Series Active Player Edition case break that's up right now. $57 a spot gets you 1 random team. But hope you all have a great night. Have a great week. Hopefully we'll catch you all back here on Friday night. And thanks again for filling the breaks. And otherwise, we will catch you all later.